question is, I think, how good are people's bullshit detectors for figuring out whether the engagement is real or not? So far, people seem to do a pretty good job of telling whether or not companies are being serious or not. So, as Heiner Mueller once said, quality is your best weapon, right? The best way for companies to have some kind of authentic engagement with their customers is to do it. And trying to design kind of traditional campaigns and then shoehorning them onto Facebook or Twitter has not worked terribly well. The problem in many cases, although it's, I think the concern about brands actually makes us think there are a bunch of things that are quite different are the same, right? The way that Pepsi is like Hewlett-Packard is actually very minimal, because Pepsi's products are not expensive and they're not complicated to use, and Hewlett-Packard's are both. So if you're approaching it from a branding perspective, you're almost always going to go down the traditional marketing and communication route and just be asking yourself, how can we make the web behave more like a radio ad or a billboard? But if you look at companies, if you look at the brand, if you get rid of the language of brand, you just look at where are the places where a company can interact with its customers. You see things like the way Best Buy, for example, is using Twitter, not to advertise their services, but to just answer customers' questions. They buy complicated electronics at Best Buy, you get home. People have consistently said the most frustrating thing possible in electronics stores, you buy a product, you get it home, you open it up, you plug it in, and it doesn't work for some reason. And Best Buy said, we're not going to use Twitter like a billboard, we're going to use Twitter like a public call center. And we're going to let people tell us when the products aren't working, and we're going to try and fix it.